Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in today. Today we're going to talk about how all of the information we've discussed related to the evidence to recommendations framework is brought together into the final part 3 of the EtR framework, and that's the conclusions. So as a reminder, part 1 goes through the background and defines PICO, which stands for Population, Intervention, Comparator, and Outcomes. If you don't recall what those are, go back to the video that discussed the introduction part of the EtR framework. Then we had a series of videos that talked about the 7 domains that comprise part 2 of the EtR framework. As a reminder, those included what is the public health problem, the benefits and harms, including a grade analysis, the values and preferences of the target population, the acceptability of others, including who will be affected by the policy, including healthcare providers, resource use, including the economic analyses, and then most recently we talked about equity and feasibility. So once the work group has all of this information, they need to do a couple of things. They need to define what's termed the balance of consequences, meaning they need to consider whether all of that evidence suggests that the potential policy being considered is better than the consequences, or vice versa. They also have another choice when they're defining the balance of consequences, and that is that there's not enough information. Now, if there's not enough information to draw a conclusion, they'll often go back to get the other information that's needed, or request that those studies be found, or some kind of data informs where they feel like there's a weakness. And if they decide that the benefits of the policy would not outweigh the untoward consequences, then the policy consideration will not be forwarded to the ACIP. However, if they think that there's enough evidence and that there's value in having this policy, then the ACIP will get to look at all of these data, ask their own questions, and then vote on the policy itself. So tune into the next video to find out what happens after a policy recommendation is made. But again, thanks for listening, and I hope that this series of videos has explained what the evidence to recommendations framework offers and why and how it informs decision making related to vaccine policies.